Hello and welcome back to another episode of Buy Now Sell Now Realty TV. I'm Jeff Barnes, managing broker and owner of Buy Now Sell Now Realty here in beautiful Tampa, Florida. Guys, I appreciate you tuning in, and today's episode is entitled Business as Usual Won't Work. Again, let me repeat myself. Business as usual won't work. Guys, we're all familiar by now with the decision of the National Association of Realtors with the legal case that just came down and the guilty verdict and all that good stuff. And if you don't think there's going to be some changes, I got some oceanfront property in Nebraska to sell you. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but what you have to do is recognize that even in an appeal, even if things change, the consumer has been aware of this verdict and things are already adjusting in the marketplace. So that's why I'm saying business as usual won't work. Guys, oftentimes when you're in a business like this where you're selling a professional service, a lot of people who don't go through the training, who don't go through all of the behind the scenes work and paying the money and all of that to get the training, don't see the value in it, and they always try to figure out a way to go around you. Those are not the type of people that we're looking for. They never use the realtor anyway. They never use an agent anyway. As there's a reason why there's FSBO. There's a reason why there's, people who look for transactional ways to get rid of their house. I'll give you an example. Open Door, Mark Spain. All those things are because people don't want to go through the traditional process of selling a house. And that number's going to continue to grow. So what is business as usual in real estate now? There is none. What you got to do now is create your new usual. You got to create your new normal. If customers want to speak the language of transactions, let's give them transactions. If they want to deal with you based on a la carte services, give them a la carte services. It can still end up to the same amount of the commission. It can still end up in the same amount of the money you were making. If they want to have line item after line item after line item, that's fine. It happens with your car, right? It happens when you go to Walmart, when you go to Target, there's an itemized receipt. It happens when you go to a restaurant. If they want us to be itemized so that they can see what we're doing, let's give it to them. Because I think one of the things you guys are going to find is people are surprised at how much you're investing. People are surprised at how much time you're putting in. Give them a line item for every call you took, every email you sent, every social media post you did, every showing you did, every inspector you dealt with, every appraiser you dealt with, every time you took the call from the cooperating broker. All that stuff just needs to be laid out and put a dollar amount on it, because that's basically what this ruling is. So business as usual won't work. You're going to now have to lay out every ingredient you bring to the table. And this is really going to separate a lot of people in this industry, guys. And it's going to be hard for a lot of people because we didn't have to explain this before. The people who wanted our services were just like, okay, I'll list it. They accepted tradition. Well, guess what, guys? Nobody's going to be accepting that tradition, because with this ruling, that tradition is dead. The buyer's agent is going to have to work on his own to get paid. The listing agent only needs to be concerned with himself, because why would he take the risk of trying to get a cooperating broker and lose the listing? The owners have spoken, the government has spoken, and this ruling has changed the profession forever. So, guys, when you're talking to customers, let them know they can operate on different levels with you. They can operate with you transactionally, where they do line items and pay you per service, or they can still do the traditional route, but there's no cooperating broker commission component of it. Each side gonna have to bring their own resources to the table. And I like that, because if I'm in a lawsuit, my lawyer does not pay the competitive lawyer with the retainer that I'm giving him. So this is not too crazy, guys, when you look at it. It was a good run, but now it's time to become more transactional, more itemized, more pay per service versus the traditional way, because business can't go on as usual. And man, again, I'd like to thank you for tuning into this episode of Buy Now Sell Now Realty TV. Again, I'm Jeff Barnes, managing owner and broker of Buy Now Sell Now Realty here in beautiful Tampa, Florida. Look below in the description. Guys, if you need more coaching, want to get more accountability, hit me up on email, and I'm always glad to help. And until the next episode, we'll talk to you soon.